Hey everyone, welcome to the Jitsi Community Call. It's June 10th, 2024, and we'll do the usual, go over the team and then look for questions. I can only think of one quick update from my side, or partly my side, which is Docker has been running with JVM 17 for a long time, but we've been running 11 and haven't bothered updating. But as of last week, Jitsi is running JDK 17 everywhere. We don't anticipate any problems. We see a slight performance increase, which is great. There is one potential issue going forward, updating to 21, which is Jonathan can talk more about that, but we've had to enable legacy mode for UDP sockets, which is no longer available in 20. With that, let's move to the rest of the team. Dan?
Yeah, update for me, Jitsi, the Facebook login option is currently disabled. We're working with the Facebook support to probably resolve this issue, but everything is moving slow. Another update from Christo is recently was implemented custom button order for the toolbar. So everything that is yeah, you can read config.js. There are examples there and the configuration that can be used. It can be used in with the iframe API or for the cell deployment from the config.js. So that's all. Anyone else?
Yes, the other change we've made, which is also running here on Meet Jitsi, is that our data channels are now using Google's DC SCTP library instead of the user SCTP library, which should improve some stability. It is also much cleaner code and easier to understand. And is designed for data channels rather than for a different purpose and repurpose and sort of squeeze into them. That's not yet enabled by default in the public config, but it's one flag. You can turn it on if you want, with the one caveat that I know some of the community had ported the user SCTP to PowerPC, but doesn't seem to be possible at this time to build WebRTC-based libraries for PowerPC because Google doesn't support that. So I guess if you're using PowerPC, you'll still have to use the old library for the time being, unless you can contribute patches to get that building, which is B. I know that there's open source patches like in Debian to build the library for WebRTC for PowerPC, but I don't know what the status of those is or how portable they are. That's basically it there. And I can go into more details about what's up with Java 21 if people are interested, but if they're not, then you don't have to. That's it for me. Sorry.
One more thing I remembered is we recently ran into some issues with some XMPP messages being processed by the client out of order, which turned out to be a Bosch-specific problem in Straff. And at this point, we don't really have a solution other than moving to WebSockets. So our plan of action is to completely move to WebSockets. And that's already the case for me, Jitsi. I guess we need to figure out how to handle things like Jigasi. And we have an issue open with the Straff repository. And yeah, TBD. Anyone else from the team?
Otherwise, I guess we get open to the floor.
Yep. So any Does anyone have any questions? I guess this is going to be another short call.
I have a question for Pavel. Let's see here. Pavel, I know you were at some point you were dealing with Docker releases of Jitsi. Have you been able to load test those?
You mean to test Docker release or to deploy a release?
Like a Docker release. We were testing some load tests, some Docker releases. So a meeting with 100 participants, let's say, and we had bad network, and that's why I wanted to ask you whether you have seen such problems.
You mean you're having networking issues when it's deployed on Docker?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, there might be some configs I don't remember at this point. Maybe we can chat on Slack.
Yeah, I'll ping you offline. All right. So, anyone else? Questions? Comments? Okay, that's all. I can stop the live streaming and see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you.